Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another nerdy episode of another nerdy talk show. We talk nerd, and not just any nerd this weekend. This weekend was Comic-Con San Diego Comic-Con 2025, whatever. It's Comic-Con, the largest gathering of the nerds. I'm here with my fellow nerd, Jablonski. How are you tonight, my friend?
Could be better.
I know you're sinking. Anyway, yeah, I might as
I
well
know I
just
am.
make. I'm gonna make that your new name, Jablonski, asshole in quicksand. Anyway, how are you guys doing today? Drippy's best pony says, "Hey, Dad." I don't know what that's about, but whatever. So yeah,
He needs me.
I want to thank you all for seeing that little tribute we made to Ozzy Osbourne in the beginning. Still can't wrap my head around the fact that we were talking about him last stream, but there was a lot of happened this week. Hulk Hogan, that one guy that played Theo, those two other people. There was a lot that went on this week, and
There
it
was.
was a rough week. Even Andy Bryan's love life died. The memes are
Yeah, the
amazing.
Gen X and elder millennials are having a very rough week.
I know, right? I mean, with Ozzy, it was like Cruiser made a good video on his TikTok, as well as Instagram. Well, that was let me just get my volume up a little bit. He made his reflected on him as well as said the same things we did in the last stream. But yeah, when he died, like I left and it started raining. Even the sky was crying. But one thing I want to say is that we were looking at a guy who did everything you could possibly do in life. You lived, you played, you loved, you became a legend. You gave us one last farewell and then left.
It's better to burn out than to fade away.
There you go. So happy you went peacefully. That being said, as you notice the logo here in our background here, this weekend was San Diego Comic-Con. And like every year, we're going to talk about everything that happened every day. With maybe the exception of day 4, but it, Jablonski, you have a girl in your room.
I know I do.
Hmm. Anyway, we're going to be going through each individual day. Maybe we'll do the last day. We'll do the last day verbatim. There wasn't a lot that happened that day aside the panel with George Lucas, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was like that was really the only real bit that mattered.
Oh,
Just maybe like a couple
wait,
trailers, but
what?
nothing.
That was the real bit that mattered.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck Tron Ares, fuck Coyote versus Acme, fuck that George
No, I
Lucas.
meant for a day. I meant for day 4. George Lucas was the only one bit that actually mattered.
Was he? It's
Yeah.
like, what would you ask George Lucas if you had the chance?
Uh, I have no idea.
Yes, you do. It's like, what is Yoda's species? And then
Was it
George,
was the bl- was the blue and green was the blue milk his idea?
and he'd be like, well, you see, we put the blue milk in the Star Wars, and after the Star Wars came and happened, we put the blue milk right up my ass, and wanted to just add that in post. Was kind of better. I mean, Mark Hamill tried the one at Disney World, and he said it was better than the one on set. So that really proves I can't do food. Nah, George, we love you. So yeah. So 12 days Derpy. Which con are you going to? Please tell me and please stay. So yes, we had the largest gathering of. So let's talk about what happened last year. Now, last year, I think it goes without saying that Marvel was the winner last year with that awesome display of the Fantastic Four vehicle, or Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
coming back, and everything else. But yeah, we also last year we also but also last year we also got other announcements that were made, such as the trailer finally releasing for Uzumaki. We got trailers for that Mortal Kombat 1 DLC with Ghostface, Conan, and all the other stuff. New Cybat returned.
Yeah.
There was what else happened there? We Rings of, season 2 of Rings of Power dropped. We had a lot going on there. Marvel now this year it was kind of interesting because Oh, we're gonna get to that. We're not. You have to stay to the end to do that. Don't you dare leave. Comic-Con is just in full swing right now. So, what we're gonna be doing here is this year, Marvel did not had a presence, but they didn't hold any panels, not even any Hall H panels. And I'm assuming this was due to
Yeah,
release of Fantastic Four First Steps, which is premiering that same weekend,
that
and due to the filming of Avengers Doomsday. There was one person that mentioned it, but yeah. The name of it is
yeah,
Animate
it was
Orlando. My sister's
pretty.
taking me to it. Cool. See you at Animate. I'm not going to be there, but I hope you have
The
a good time.
Yeah, a lot probably because of a lot of the projects going on with Marvel. They're like, no,
Mhm.
not this year. Because a lot of the hype stuff is gonna be coming until later. I see them showing up next year though.
Oh yeah, they're going to show up next year. Next year is going to be Doomsday, so
Um,
they got a lot to prove on that one.
DC
DC.
did have some presence.
Oh yeah, we're going to go over some DC tonight.
Yeah,
Peacemaker, which I really need to check out because I heard it's really good. I can see you're excited for Peacemaker.
yes, I am.
Okay. So we're gonna go through each one here. My friend is gonna be when the cruiser gets here. There's one particular trailer I want him to think about to talk about. So let's go in. So our first thing we got here, I'm gonna be going through each day. I have images in the ants chat that are in reverse order. So the moment you open it, you're gonna see day one photos. I don't know if you can see them.
Uh,
Right. So let me get the ants chat open here just so I can see it the right. Yeah, the bottom photos are everything in order, kind of. So you'll be able to see them. All right, so let's start off with Nickelodeon. So Nickelodeon had a present today. Their booth was amazing. They had this whole setup bit to celebrate Avatar's 20th anniversary. I have a photo of it right here for you.
yep.
You can see that there. I can't believe it's been like 20 years since this thing came out. I remember seeing that trailer for it in that game copy of Attack and the Power of Juju.
Yeah, I was shit. 20 years ago, I was about 14.
14, man.
No, actually, no, 13. 13 because I turned 34 next month.
Yeah, now you're a 34-year-old man.
Don't fucking remind me.
You all came in here to see a bunch of old guys just talk about shit that are in their 30s,
Yeah,
except for Cruiser, who's 40 now.
except for Evan and Cruiser.
What are you talking about? I'm 32. I'm 32, man. Ken,
You
the moral of the
hesitated
story,
on that
kids,
one.
is not to get old. So, yeah, they had a cool thing there. You can go in there and get a photo with in a set. I couldn't find any photos of it, so I apologize. But yeah, look where we are. I remember when this was just about a kid, a stick, and his flying yak. Yeah, and look at me now. We got a spin-off show and two live action properties. One a movie that's bad and one series that's meh. But I think I have another. The only shot I have out of it is if you look in the background here, you can actually see the front is Earth. The back and you can see the iceberg on the side.
Yeah,
The other
we're in
side.
Bossing Day.
Oh yeah, that's some boxing say shit right there. But yeah, there's that iceberg in the back, and the other side was fire. So like each one had represented the elements.
And also too, Magic the Gathering
Oh, what happened?
showed off some Avatar stuff
Some Last
for
Airbender
their
shit?
new. Yeah, they're okay. So Magic the Gathering does collabs. Well, has been doing collabs for a while
Oh yeah,
now
yeah, yeah, of course.
with other IPs.
Yeah.
Their newest, they just had Final Fantasy. They did a secret layer drop for Sonic, and now they're going to be doing Avatar for a set,
Sweet.
and then they're supposed to be doing a set for Spider-Man.
There then is no ants in Bossing Say. So as Derpy's best pony.
Shush.
Shush, you shush. Weirdo, because you were 2 years old when this came out. My God. Yeah, we love you, Derps. So we had some announcements. We got a look at the title card for The Legend of Aang, which is going to be a movie coming out in what we got here. Was it this year?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's coming out this October. It's called The Legend of Aang. Um, we don't know much about it, but we know that the cast includes it's gonna be theatrical. The cast includes Eric Nam as Aang, Jessica Matten as Katara, Roman Zaragoza as Sokka, Dion Kwan as Toph, and plus Stephen Yeun and Dave Bautista as a mysterious villain, as reported by Variety. So yeah, we don't know what this is about, but I love the fact that we're seeing Aang come back for another hurrah. But that wasn't all we got. We got a piece of concept art for the upcoming new series, The Seven Havens. And
Yep.
I just want to point
And
out here,
I love how this looks.
indeed, so it follows a young earthbender who is said to be the next Avatar. Good premise. So we got to reboot. This is the look here, this art piece. I couldn't tell, was that Bossing Say or is that an Omashu back there?
I don't know.
I know Omashu, this is in the,
Doesn't look like Busing Say.
it does not, well, there's that wall around it. First of all, I love this art
I
style.
don't
I
know.
really hope this the Legend of Aang is in this art style.
Yeah, we also got a cat monkey. A cat lemur.
Well, of course, every character needs their own little animal sidekick. Let's get a look at this character here. Let me just bring this up here and show that we can get a good look at her. So she looks to be about, I'm gonna say 10. She looks to be about 10 years old.
Yeah, she looks like around Aang's age
Yeah,
when
yeah, yeah, yeah,
at
of
the
course.
beginning of the series.
I want to know who this dude in the background is.
Okay, so from what I've heard, again, I can't remember if this is actual or not,
Yeah,
but they're supposed to be twins,
really?
but only one of them is the Avatar.
Oh, no kidding. That's a good concept. They don't look the same age though. The dude looks a little older.
That's just what I heard, at least. So
Or maybe the twins are the little girl and the cat.
I don't know. It might have been a scrapped concept that they did, but
Well, we'll see what happens. I like the idea. Maybe one is jealous. I like the idea of two avatars being born. Anyway, we're we don't know when that we don't have a date for it yet, but I like what we see, and I really hope Legend of Aang is in the similar art style. All right, so let's continue on to the next thing here. We got one image for Ahsoka season 2, where we got to look at Ezra Bridger.
yep.
I like that image of him very much. It's the funniest shit I've ever seen. Can I make that your new profile picture? Just Ezra Bridger doing that smile.
No.
The funny thing is, he's looking more like Ezra from Rebels.
Yeah.
Now, there is a floating rumor. I don't believe this for a second that Starkiller will be in it.
Okay, so it's a half right rumor. Only reason why I say it's half right is because apparently it's the voice actor
What is
that's going to be in season 2.
so is what's his name Marok coming back?
I think so. Yes.
I thought he died. I know we knew about who he was because he's like a corpse that's in armor. I know that.
No, I don't know. They didn't say who he's coming back, who the voice actor is doing,
Yeah.
but apparently the voice actor is supposed to be in it.
Mm-hmm.
But the Star Killer being in it, no, that's the character. No, that's not
Oh
happening.
yeah, Galen Merrick. They're way past Galen Merrick. If they did incorporate his canon, he'd be dead by that point.
Yeah,
I'd love to see him though.
but
I mean, they still have time,
yeah,
so.
it's the voice actor that's coming back.
Oh yeah, he was in the last one. I know that. There was a preview image of Maul as well, but I couldn't download it. I'm sorry. Please excuse me. Please forgive me. A trailer for Spinal Tap was released, but again, I'm gonna wait for Cruiser to come back here. So let's talk about another thing that was released. They're rebooting fucking Airbud. So my dad showed me a who's the dude that hosts the Daily Show?
Jon Stewart,
Jon Stewart. Yeah. No, not Jon Stewart, the other dude. The dude who plays
Colbert.
Zazu in the live action Lion King.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Jamie Oliver.
Jamie Oliver, thank you. So he why are they doing that? Look, look. Okay, let's back up for a second here. Okay, let's just back up here. Look. First of all, Jamie Oliver did a a friggin' recap of the ending of Air Bud. It's hilarious. Look it up. But let's just get something straight. Okay, look, Air Bud is not a good movie. It's nostalgic. It's childish. It's a dog that could play fucking basketball. But look, I'm glad they're going back to the roots. Like we were watching Super Puppies in our break room. Like we were in this part where
Yeah.
these one where I don't remember what was even happening, but like in the middle of it, I shouted in the break room, "Remember when the show was about a dog that could play fucking basketball or sports? I don't know. What the fuck even is this?" Don't worry, they'll find a way to fit in the Super Puppies and Santa Paws, so there you go.
Yeah.
No, dude, I don't care what anybody says. I'm glad Air Bud is returning, and I hope we get that fucking dick ass clown. He was the best thing in the movie. Sue me. So yeah, that's coming. I just wanted to acknowledge that this poster's coming out in 2026. So yeah, I'm pumped. And even Pupstar. Who the fuck is Pupstar?
No clue.
What even is that? What is a Pupstar? You know what? I don't care. I don't care anymore. I really don't. Okay, so another trailer was released. So the first one was this cool animated adaptation of Batman. Aztec
Yep.
the Aztec Batman Clash of Empires. I fucking love the concept of this, and I am so there. So, do you know what the concept is out of curiosity?
It's essentially the is Aztec Batman versus Batman's Rogues Gallery as conquistadors.
Mm-hmm. So the plot goes as following. A privilege a privileged Aztec boy sees his village and father slaughtered by Erna Cortez and then decides to get revenge by becoming the Batman to get revenge. That's what the little comment. That's literally the copy paste comment I got. I think it was a thing. Yeah, we got to look at Aztec Catwoman, Poison Ivy, the Herna Cortez who becomes Two Face, and the guy he's like walking in the trailer. He walks up to the village leader. I'm assuming, right? And he says like, "Friggin', I've come here for gold or whatever." He's like, "Dude, we don't have any of that shit." He's like, "Fine, everybody slaughter everybody in this village." And what follows is a violent like massacre of all these villagers getting slaughtered. And he escapes. This dude here, this boy, we don't know his name yet, but he escapes and he's like, I want revenge. So he trains up and becomes the Batman. First of all, let's get some things
Yeah.
done here. I like the idea what they did for Cortez here. I like his design for Two-Face. How one side's more like steel than like deformed. Um, the Joker as this weird witch doctor like tone of muscles. I really like how that harkens back to that time he lost his face.
Yeah.
And the Batman costume. I want you to know, I want you to tell me what do you think of this Batman costume?
It's fucking dope.
I know, man, it's awesome. How do I get one? Where?
I'm half glad it's not this is not like Batman Ninja where it's a
Yeah.
time travel thing. It's its own thing.
Yeah, it's like I tried to look up to see if this was a comic. I didn't see anything that would be connecting to it. So yeah, this is kind of an original idea, I think.
Yeah,
Correct me if I'm wrong.
you're not wrong. There is, as
Yeah.
far as I know, there is no comic for Aztec Batman.
Yeah.
However, Aztec Batman is not entirely a new thing. It's just hasn't been done to this extent.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like any multiverse story, you at least see one. But this is like the first real like deep dive that we've had into an Aztec Batman.
Oh yeah, and it's rated R, which I'm really excited for. It's gonna be on HBO Max, dude. I
Yes.
can't wait. September 18th. You and me, man, we should just friggin' watch it together. But yeah, I like the idea. Like he even has batarangs. Aztec Batman has like these cool like marble batarangs, which are really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it made Batman black, and they showed the scattering of the piece, so it woke.
I just ignore those
Yeah, I
clowns.
don't think anybody really. That joke is old. I'm sorry. No one gives a shit anymore.
I know. Like even before I saw the new Superman,
Yeah.
I felt that way. Watching the new Superman after seeing it was like, yeah, no, a lot of these people are just talking out of their
I
asses.
know, like they're saying it was about immigration. I'm like, yes, that is the concept of Superman. He's an immigrant trying to fit in. That was what the creators were going through as well. That's why he's a good character. Anyway, we're not here to argue about Superman. We're here to argue about comic book shit. Speaking of which, let's go through a little. There was another thing that was actually kind of that was introduced there. Marvel Cosmic Invasion, which is a trailer. They had a trailer come out for this beat 'em up game. Um, So in Cosmic Invasion, the immortal supervillain Annihilus has launched an unpreceded attack across the galaxy, threatening all life as we know it. Superheroes, both Earthborn and cosmic, must now join forces in a star-spanning adventure against the deadly Annihilation Wave, IGN reports. Now, I might not be a big fan of like beat 'em up games because they're like really repetitive. Like you go over, you beat 'em up. You have to like give me something that I can really get into. The only thing last beat 'em up I played was Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and I felt like I like that game. But in this game, the thing that was being like advertised was the inclusion of Silver Surfer and Beta Ray Bill. I've only heard of one of these characters. Who's Beta Ray Bill?
Think Thor, but not.
Oh, so it's like DC's Thor.
No. Uh, Beta Ray Bill is Marvel.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't mean to say
You know,
fucking. I
okay,
didn't
so
mean
you
to say
know,
fucking. I said DC. I'm sorry.
so you know how the hammer is the one that grants the power of Thor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the people that could.
Oh, really? So what is like Thor? Is like Mjolnir like forming like the Marvel equivalent of like the Lantern Corps or something?
Not exactly, no. It's just how it goes. Like we all know Captain America can pick it up.
Oh yeah. We all know he's coming back.
It's like, yeah, he is.
Yeah, you can play as other characters such as She-Hulk, Rocket, or as I wrote him down,
Racket.
Racket, Spider-Man, Venom, Storm, Wolverine, and many others. But yeah, they're most likely there to help promote the Fantastic Four movie. It's releasing this year. It looks okay if you like beat 'em up games. So before we go to the anticipated Hall H panels, I'm just going to go through a quick run through of other things. We got a trailer for Legend of Vox Machina Season 4 coming out November 19th. A trailer for Percy Jackson the Olympian Season 2. I don't care. Here, December 18th. We got to look at the. Oh, yeah, that's right. Hold on. Hold on. I got something for this. I got a song. I got a set. Hold on.
Oh,
There
we
we
might
go.
have something to talk about for day 4.
I'll be right. We'll get to that later. All right, here we go. So let me just put this in
I
this
sent it
sound.
in the chat,
Let
so
me set my in the streaming. So yeah, let me just start that again, okay? We got a trailer for Legend Vox Machina Season 4 coming out on November 19th.
It looks fine.
A trailer for Percy Jackson the Olympian Season 2 coming out on December 10th.
It looks fine.
We got to look at the Critical Role inspired show Mighty 9, November 9th, coming out November 19th.
It looks fine.
Is that how it was, Mighty 9?
yep, Mighty Nine,
Yeah,
or otherwise known as the Sensual 7.
I'm assuming you're looking forward to that.
Yes, I am.
You're a big Critical Role fan.
Yes, I am to an
Yes, you are,
extent.
motherfucker. Oh, I've heard of it, and before it was like shown on Nintendo Direct. Oh, the Marvel game. Yeah, it looks. I thought it was okay. It looks okay. I wouldn't. I'm probably not gonna play it, but you know. So let's move on two of the Hall H panels that were anticipated. The first one was was Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Yep.
Excuse me. So I actually watched this trailer with my girlfriend. And I have to say, okay, you're the expert. What have we got? So first of all, here's what we got. In the clip, we can see you, according to what we got here, Games Radar. It says in the clip, which you can watch above, more killer animatronics are on the loose, and they seem to be wreaking even more havoc. The trailer opens with a group of people led by McKenna Grace investigating an old Freddy Fazbear's pizza parlor. Naturally, it all goes wrong. We also are able to catch up with Abby, Mike, Vanessa, who look like they're getting dragged back into the world of murderous animatronics after Freddy asks Abby for help. Bit this weird walkie-talkie John thing. It certainly seems like a lot of people are in danger around this time too, as the killer animatronics are now on the loose in the world. We all assume it has something to do with William App. Of course it does. But
Oh,
yeah. So we got some look at the newer animatronics. I like the detailed looks of the old ones, like the whole mangled up ones, like the old Freddy, the old Bonnie, the old Chica. Bonnie's like disgusting face and everything like that. I like creepy animatronics. Of course, we got the new one there with their new technological looks. My favorite animatronic, the puppet, shows up, which I was really excited to see. And yeah, it was all over the place. One thing I want to point out here, Ghostface themselves are going to be in it. Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich this time, which made my girlfriend squeal like crazy. Ulrich is set to play Henry Emily, one co-founder of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. And I like the idea, like that scene where he's in the office there. He looks at the hat. I'm like, dude, this setup looks exactly like the game. Where you're looking down the hallway. I mean, what did you think of the trailer?
I'm glad they're leaning in towards the horror aspect
Yeah.
now. Because that's basically what it is. It's kind of like they somehow forgot the roots of the games were meant to be more horror
Well, I thought it was more like horror
than
mystery, honestly.
it's horror mystery, yeah, but at the same time, it's like so a lot of the stuff now really is leaning more towards mystery than horror. Like the first game,
Yeah.
the first and second game,
Mm-hmm.
more leaned into the horror aspect, which I think was more where it belonged.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, keep the mystery aspect of it. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But the horror aspect is where it really shined. The lore just gave it more staying power.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's all I could like drum up.
All right, that's fine. I think it looks okay. Balloon Boy was also in there.
Yeah, he was.
I don't like Balloon Boy. I think he's weird.
That's the whole point of him.
He looks
He's
like
supposed to be a
he looks like a
villain.
German version of the Concert Cruiser. Sorry, let me rephrase that. He looks like the Concert Cruiser if he worked at the German pavilion of Epcot. There, that made it a whole lot better. I don't know. I know. All right, so let's move on here to the second one that was most anticipated. So there was a a animations panel for adult animations on Comedy Central, which include Beavis and Butthead. What was it? It was Beavis and Butthead, South Park, and what was the third one that Andy Samberg does?
Crap, I can't remember.
I can't remember the name. Shit. Please excuse me, I'm all over the place with this. I have the name here. Hold on. Ah, damn it! I couldn't open it because it was stupid. God, I gotta do this shit right here. It's driving me nuts up the ladder balls up the wall because if I don't say it, I can't promote shit. Good. Digman.
Ah,
So, yeah, everybody was anticipating this because on Wednesday, South Park released its first episode of set 20 of season 28 right after the whole lawsuit situation happened.
27.
Yeah, 27. And I remember here I was listening to YouTube videos about it. I haven't gotten to see the episode for sure, but I think I get the idea. So everybody says the same thing. Um, Matt Stone and Trey Parker never wanted to go after the president when
No.
Ronald Dump.
Okay, so I'll give down the rundown. I'll give the rundown of the episode, and also a little bit of a backstory with
No,
it.
you don't. I don't want to go through the whole lawsuit, dude. Dude, just give me like Cliff
No,
Notes.
not the whole lawsuit. I'm just saying the episode itself.
Okay.
The episode itself revolves around you know who suing South Park because he's been suing everyone. And we could probably go into a deep dive on that on the 10th once dust settles. But anyways, the reason why for this episode for even existing is because of that because of the merger,
Yeah.
because it screwed them over.
They did it right after they signed a contract, like $1 billion contract for more seasons and everything.
1.5 billion dollar contract for 5 year for I think it was like for 10
Exactly.
episodes per year, I think.
Exactly. A little heads up, guys. We're not going to be doing call-ins tonight because of the event. But you could still leave your comments in the chat section. We'll still be communicating. We have it right in front of my face. Please excuse me for not mentioning that.
But yeah, so this episode caused a lot of uproar because when doesn't South Park cause problems?
Oh yeah, of course. They almost started a war. They destroyed an entire religion. They angered a lot of celebrities. Oh yeah, the list.
They almost caused another terrorist attack.
So
Yeah, they've done a lot.
Anyway,
They really not give a fuck.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone were going to be attending Comic-Con the next day, and everybody was there. So the first thing they got, I think they were approached by, I don't know if it was Andy or Mike, but
Yeah.
they immediately said, "So that episode last night, you have any with the responses or possible responses? You have anything to say?" And I think it was
We're very
no, that
sorry.
what they he just no he didn't. He was like, "We're sincerely sorry." Yeah, he's like, "Okay."
Some people actually
Mike,
took them seriously
Mike,
too.
Mike, Mike was like, "Okay, fair enough. Okay, let's move on."
Yeah, some people completely missed the sarcasm on that one.
Exactly.
They
No,
are
he didn't even
not
give
sorry
sarcasm. He just
whatsoever.
said it. He just said it straight and plainly. We're sincerely sorry, and that was it. He's not
Yeah,
sorry.
no one took them seriously. We
Exactly.
all knew that they
Nobody's
were
gonna
fucking
take.
with them.
They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. But yeah, they were talking about like the whole thing with Saddam, maybe Saddam, but like and
Relax,
how his
buddy.
and the behind the scenes where they had a joke they were given. Yeah, there was a joke in the mirror where they were looking at the question cards and they were given a subpoena in which they responded, "That's fine, man. I'm ready." Crowd applauds. So, yeah, like they were talking about behind the scenes where they're like, "Okay, but we're gonna blur out the dick," and they're like, "No, you're gonna leave
No,
it
we're not.
uncensored." Give him little googly eyes. That will make him a character.
I'll make it a character. What's funny is that that's actually a deep fake video
Oh yeah, it is. That bit.
within legal boundaries that was recently passed. So they can't do shit.
Yeah, they're talking positive. Oh my God. Let's just say his dick wasn't huge. But like yeah, what they also talked about some other stuff like they admitting they never pitch a live action South Park because in one of their words, I don't know if watching a little kid get hit by a bus and dying every week. I don't know if watching will
Is
like fly. And they admitted they still don't know what episode is going to air next week as a follow-up to the controversial one that dropped last night. It's very stressful, said Parker said. They did talk about.
Yeah,
Sorry, go on.
yeah, and they also said that the whole trailer is fake. They just came with that. They just came up with that off the fly.
I like things that do that. Yeah, the whole thing's fake. But
Yeah.
one thing that said one thing they said Trey Parker and Matt Stone and Mike Judge revealed they talked about doing a Beavis and Butthead and South Park crossover a long time ago, about around the second or third season.
Yeah.
And the idea was to have Beavis and Butthead babysit Cartman.
Oh my god, that would have been hilarious.
Dude, you gave us a Pip episode. I don't want I want to see that lost concept come to life. Beavis and Butthead babysit Cartman. And of course, during the panel, both Trey and Matt were given an award for excellence in animation.
Yep.
Congratulations, guys! You put it right next to the other ones you got. So day one, it was okay. I thought it was fine enough to get through what we got.
That's about right for a day one.
Mm-hmm.
Not too much, but just enough to tickle to quench the thirst.
Yeah, tickle your balls. Tickle your balls.
Yeah.
Tickle your balls. Were your balls tickled? Your balls.
Yes.
Your balls were completely tickled.
Yes.
Day one tickled your balls.
Just enough.
Oh yeah, now you're saying just enough. You're starting to get like a whole like. I put you center stage on that, by the way. uh, Jablonski, Comic Con Day 1, San Diego Comic Con Day 1 tickled my balls, 2025. All right, so let's move on to day 2. A couple of good stuff that happened on day 2.
Yeah, we had some good stuff.
We had some good stuff here that I liked. Let's go on to the first one here. So day 2, we got our first look at a Stephen King adaptation that's coming out, The Long Walk. I don't know what this one's about. I actually forgot to look up the friggin'.
I
Wait,
can give
here it
like
is.
a basic
I actually did write it down.
synopsis.
Sorry. The movie follows teens as they participate in a grueling high-stakes contest where they must continuously walk or be shot by a member of their military escort.
So Squid Games was made by Stephen King.
Right. Exactly. I was thinking the same thing. And what's cool, and it's got a good cast. Charlie Plummer, Cooper Hoffman, Josh Hamilton, Ben Wang, Garrett Waring, Tim Knotts, and even Mark Hamill was there. Who the moment stepped on stage basically took over the entire panel, it looks like.
Yep. I heard too.
Because he's Mark Hamill. And he is playing one of the
Yeah,
villains. The villain.
you don't say.
Mm-hmm. Kind of interesting because he was talking about how he had a military upbringing with his father who was in the Navy, as well as his other iconic villain roles that he's played. Like Joker, Cockknocker, Master Ericus, maybe? Well, yeah, So there was a comic book that was announced there by IDW. And the announcements for a project that brought the TMT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and they cross over with Godzilla.
Yep, I am excited for that one.
Yeah, TMT versus Godzilla. Oh my God, is going to happen?
We've had Power Rangers versus Godzilla. We've had DC. We had fucking Transformers versus Godzilla, Marvel versus Godzilla, and now, and well, actually no, for the second time,
Yeah.
Justice League versus Godzilla versus King fucking
Let me
Kong.
just bring that up in the full screen there. Let me see that there. Let me see that. Bring it up to the camera. Bring it up there. Yeah, man. Kong 2. Look at that shit. Got that shit
So
laminated.
yeah, Well, no, I have it in a protective cover.
Cool.
My
Lamination.
my place gives me the hook. My place gives me the hookup. So
Dude, I gotta find a comic book series to get into.
um, you go to okay. So what you're gonna do? You're gonna go to your local comic book store.
Obviously.
And seriously ask them for recommendations and be completely honest with them because they are your best bet to help you find something.
Oh yeah, they that's what I've heard. I think Lewis Lovehog once said when I was a big fan of his, he said, if you want to get into comics, just go to a store, pick a comic. And just continue from there.
Yeah, because let's see, I want to say the last half of the most recent TMNT run. I got the last Ronin 1 and 2, I believe.
Yeah.
I got a shit ton of Power Rangers comics.
Nice.
And I've gotten Naruto TMNT crossover
Nice.
comic.
My last comic I got was a Space Ghost comic at Sci-Fi Bartow, and I managed to get a copy that was signed by George Lowe.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, there was also Roditelli Productions is launching a Kickstarter for a SWAT Cats comic. I don't know. I didn't have a lot of history with SWAT Cats. I don't know if I've seen a lot of the episodes or not.
Ooh.
What?
Some more stuff for day 4.
Oh, you're gonna be the one taking over day 4, man. Okay, moving on. The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon had a panel for season 4. Hall H then had a
Nice.
panel for Alien Earth. So Alien Earth, the first 40 minutes were shown, right? I'm sorry, the first
Yep.
the 30-minute episode was shown in the beginning. And this kind of was a good thing and a bad thing. First of all, we got look at some of the creatures there, which was like this one right here. I don't even know what this thing is. We got familiar and original creatures. I don't know what this thing is, but I love it and it looks disgusting.
It was already posted?
Yeah, it's in the ants chat. It's that little squid eyeball dude.
Oh, I was wondering what the fuck that was.
Yeah, of course. It's Mike. Oh no, wait, no, look at the different color eyes. I know exactly who this is. It's Chris Chan. Chris Chan is immediately part of the Alien universe. Are you surprised? I am not. So yeah. So let's go on there.
But anyways, I actually did see they did a walkthrough of the exhibit that they had for this one.
Alien Earth?
Yep.
Oh, what was it like?
They made it look like they made it look like the wreckage, but like broad daylight with some corridors.
Nice.
At the end, you got a drink and you got like a fucking giant jawbreaker.
Oh my god! Wait, what?
You got a giant jawbreaker that looks like Earth, and the packaging looks like an alien maw just going like.
That is so cool. Let me look this up. I gotta find it. I gotta find a picture of this. Hold on, I don't have my thing connected to this. Let me see there. So it was let me see. Alien Earth SDCC Jawbreaker. I have to find it. Please have an image of it. Please have an image of it. I see him not. Oh my god. That is awesome. The box looks like a fucking. I'm gonna see if I can get it for you guys so you can see it. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it real quick. I put in the day 2 section. Alien. I'm just gonna call it Alien. So let me get that up for you. This is really cool. I've never been so happy to see this. I've never been happier to see a jawbreaker. So what is that they got there also? What is that, a sock? I don't know what that is.
What picture? Are
I
you
see a
looking at?
picture. I see a beer, the jawbreaker, and this other thing. Like what is that? A pair of socks?
Maybe I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
But
What do you mean you don't know? You're supposed to tell
but I
me.
also saw, I also saw the King of the Hill exhibit.
Okay, first of all, this is the what it looked like, people. I like that box. It's amazing. Oh yeah, the King of the Hill thing.
Yeah.
I forgot to actually put that in here. So somewhere down the street they recreated the Hill's backyard. And they had a barbecue.
Yeah. They had a barbecue there and had some games on there. You also could get a hat.
Cool. What kind of
You
hat?
got to choose a patch. You got to choose from a selection of patches, and you pick a patch. They'll put it on the hat.
Cool.
Yeah,
Dude,
you pick a patch, you pick a color of the hat, and then they'll do it.
nice. I like exhibits that do that. Marvel did one this year that we're going to be getting to later. But yeah. Let me see what else would happen with the alien panel. So damn, I lost my place. Please excuse me. The Q&A kicked off around 2 o'clock. Noah Hawley spoke of the various creatures we're going to see in the show, including some new ones. He said, as we know, the show kicks off with when a spacecraft lands on Earth, unleashing 5 deadly life forms on land. We know that the xenomorph, yes, I know it's movies called xenomorph, I just haven't have a stupid accent, is part of that list, as well as the face huggers, but the show will introduce some creatures that will be completely new to the franchise. Chandler says she felt like a kid when being chased by the xenomorph. To have that feeling was such a gift. Um, Sadly, due to the screening, the Q&A, there really wasn't enough to report on it. So, unfortunately, yeah, we weren't able to get too much info on it. So sorry, it has to be a thing. So let's move on to one of my favorite ones here, Adult Swim. Now, Adult Swim, I put this in the wrong place. I apologize. Had their Purrit party this year. Now, if you don't know, last year, um, I'm sorry, Pirate Purdy on the Green, where they set up like all these moon bounces and all these like games you could play in one section of Anaheim.
Yeah, I saw a video of that,
Yeah.
a walkthrough of that.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Did they bring back the Meatwad pirate ship?
no,
Ah, damn it.
it really was a nothing. But like you had some photo ops, you had like a couple little things here and there, but nothing like really,
Oh yeah. Regardless, we still got some good.
nothing like out of this world or standout ish.
Oh yeah, we still got some good announcements.
Oh, we did.
So one announcement, most of the stuff was on Rick and Morty. But one of the bigger ones was that President Curtis is going to be getting his own spin-off series.
Yep.
So he's going to be voiced by Keith David, and he also did a video announcing how excited he was to do it in a video he posted on I think it was Instagram, maybe Twitter, I don't know. Point is that's coming. Harmon states that it will have stuff more akin to the X-Files than Rick and Morty does with Doctor Who. He describes it as the level of sci-fi that would be boring to Rick. Yes, here it is. He posted the video on X on day 3, expressing excitement during the Star Trek panel. Season 8 of Rick and Morty was also teased. There was one gag that was set to appear. Both James Gunn and Zack Snyder are set to appear. And yes, they're written to argue over their takes on Superman. So here's a snippet from the script because I believe they did a table read. Snyder says to Gunn, "Son, I don't know what he sounds like, so I'm just gonna come out there. No, I just saw your cut of Superman. Word of advice, he's the man of steel, not the man of conversion." Adding, "Do more shots of him punching." To which Gunn retaliates, but later apologizes, saying, "I shouldn't be lashing out at you. Your biceps are the size of my head." He is true, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Dan Harmon originally said he wanted Zack Snyder to fight and beat up Jerry and James Gunn in the Snyder cameo episode. I love everything about this. I love it. I gotta see. I'm not big on Mick and Morty anymore because I kind of tuned out on season 3. But I need to see this. I need to see this. Oh my gosh. So let me go through the honorable mentions before I go into the Hall H's. There was one thing that was pretty cool. They had a live action Lilo and Stitch panel reunion.
Yeah.
Where they got the cast of the live action. Oh, what the fuck? Why is that? Sorry, something happened to my. Gosh darn Trying to fix this. Sorry, I had a picture. It went down. Okay, there we go. So, okay. Really, what are we doing here? What's going on? Just get this back in the center. Please excuse me. Okay, so apparently my image thing is not working. Why, dare I ask? There we go. Close enough. So yeah, they had this reunion of the of Lilo and Stitch, both the animation and the live action. It was cool. They shared some behind the scenes stories. They were talking about stuff that was happening on set and the usual stuff. And put it simply,
It looks fine.
which was really cool because when you got in, you got a lei of flowers.
Yeah.
Yes. Where the hell is Cruiser?
No clue.
Yeah, it's almost like 9. He's not on yet. Anyway,
May have forgotten.
he probably thinks we're doing like shooting the Scythe. Hold on, he's sent me a message. I'm gonna put this on standby so I can hear this. Okay, he just pulled into his driveway, so yeah. Okay, you guys. Right, I gotta shut off my messenger because I can't hear hear that over that. So yeah, once Cruiser gets here, we'll be getting into the Hall H panels of they include Predator and Tron Ares. The advertising for Tron Ares, there's a lot to say. And I can't wait. I cannot wait to talk about this. Aside that, up ahead we'll have previews for day 3, which will include talking about the Peacemaker season 2 trailer, the next season of oh yeah, we also got a sneak peek of season 5 of The Boys that was shown. Homelander in a great position of power, addressing a crowd saying, "This is a safer, more God-fearing nation, but the people look scared." We also got to look at Angry Billy Butcher as well as Soldier Boy in a cryogenic freezer. However, the most exciting part was the first look at the supernatural star Jared Padalecki or something. I'm not too familiar with The Boys, but I did see the trailer and
It looks fine.
thank you. So yeah. I don't know. How in tune are you with The Boys?
Not at all. I don't really like it that much.
I think
I've had enough of the whole like superheroes done that way.
yeah, it's like I tried to watch it. I tried to get into it. I just couldn't get into the show. I just thought, nah, I think I know what's gonna happen here. But one thing that was interesting was that I brought this up to somebody. I'm like, you're watching that old school 1960s Fantastic Four series in my break room. Oh, good, he's here. Okay, good.
Yeah, we had it was busy at the hospital.
That's fine. Hold on, I'm just gonna get things set up for a moment. Let me just fix you up. Stand by, hang in there. All right, there we go. So welcome Cruiser and happy Comic-Con to you. So there was one trailer that I knew that when I saw, I'm like, oh yeah, Cruiser's probably going to say shit about this. I use that word rhetorically, by the way. But I'm curious about your take on the Spinal Tap trailer. Cruiser, can you turn that shit up to 11 and talk?
I heard you. Yeah, you want to know my thoughts about the Spinal Tap trailer?
Yeah, tell me what you think.
Stream.
Huh?
Save it for the stream. Are we on now?
Yeah, we're on now.
Oh, I thought you were booting everything up. Okay, yes, I did see the Spinal Tap 2 trailer. It took long enough, that's for sure. I'm kind of surprised they did do one. However, this is something that that bands do in fact happen in their career, and that is them doing some sort of a reunion when they're this late in the game. I'm curious to know how that one guy went to play into pubs and like he's there with a like some sort of like a folk band, and there he is with his electric and just strums it.
I love that.
It's like how the hell how did your star fall down this bad?
Okay.
Or I'm curious to know why the one guy is like working like in a cheese place. That's another thing I gotta find out.
So
I do like the idea of the Stonehenge tap water things.
did you see the logo for it had for the 2 had like the Stonehenge on it at the very end?
Yes, I did. But the one part of me was kind of hoping for this, but I'm kind of hoping the amps will go to 12 now.
I hope so.
Just because why not?
Okay, so here's the plot. Let me give you the plot.
Okay.
41 years after the release of the groundbreaking mockumentary This Is Spinal Tap, the now estranged bandmates David St. Hubbins, Nigel Tufnell, and Derek Smalls, played again by Michael McKean, Christopher Guest. I didn't even know Christopher Guest was still alive. Harry Shearer are forced to reunite for one final concert. It also marks the resurrection of documentarian Marty D. Berge by Rob Reiner, who once again tries to capture his favorite metal gods as they contemplate morality and the hope that their 12th drummer doesn't join them in the great beyond. Joined by music royalty Paul McCartney, Elton John, Spinal Tap wrestles with their checkered past to put on a concert, but that they hope will solidify their place in the pantheon of rock and roll. It's again directed by Rob Reiner, stars Christopher Guest, Michael McKean, Harry Shearer, Fran Drescher, Paul Shaper, Elton John, Paul McCartney, Questlove, and Chris. I didn't even know Fran Drescher was in this one. That's amazing.
Yes, I knew she was in the first.
She was?
It's a bit part. It's
I completely forgot.
huge.
I haven't seen that movie in a while. Please excuse me. But I was just excited to see what you thought.
And I am curious to see how they're going to tackle the death of 2 of their members who did in fact die in real life.
Yikes.
I thought it was funny at the very end. It's like, like to keep your legacy alive, what if 1, 2 tops of you die? Would you settle for a coma?
I love that joke.
Like, that's a good joke. I'll give you guys that. That was a good joke. So, yeah, I mean, they have my attention. So let's see what you guys do.
Exactly. Oh man, it was great.
I mean, they even have Daniel Ingram's attention too, because he loves the first one.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that.
I sent him sent him the link to the trailer. I said, "Hey Daniel, I guess they're gonna go to 12 now," and he said that he couldn't wait.
I know.
So I think the first movie holds a special place in every music geek's heart. So let's see what they come up with for the sequel.
Definitely.
40 years later.
So let's go to day 3's 2 Hall H panels. The first one that was released was for Predator Homelands. Now, upon entry, you can see this. Oh yeah, Cruiser. The photos are in the ants chat. I want to point out that they're in reverse order, so that way it starts at the bottom at day 1 and then it goes to day 2. I labeled them so you know where it breaks. So on this one, when they friggin' when anybody went to this Hall H panel, they were greeted with a gift, and that gift was a Predator mask. They got this slick ass foam rubber Predator mask. That is look at this thing. Look at this thing. It looks fucking amazing.
Well, keep in mind, it's just the face. We're not talking about the dread. That's not there.
So, well, it's the mask, the Predator has a mask. So the moment that it started, immediately a Predator comes on stage and eyes the audience as if he's hunting them, and his infrared view is shown on the screen behind him. Followed by that, we get the entrance of the moderator of the panel, Kevin fucking Smith. Still living the sad fate of being Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
Yes, a man who has lost everything.
That was one of my favorite Rebel Taxi jokes. He was doing a review of Dougal, and he said, and he's telling where everybody went, and at the end he's like, Kevin Smith ended up getting a fate worse than anybody else, living the life of Kevin Smith. Oh, Kevin, we love you, Kevin. Come on. Anyway,
Nope.
so out comes the cast. There was a Twitter by Total Film that gave us the play-by-play. If you want to check it out. Dan Transberg spoke out about his experience making the Predator and the Prey movies. I'm assuming you guys are familiar with the Prey movie.
The Prey movie.
Yeah, there was a spin-off movie called Prey, where I believe I haven't seen it in a while. It follows like one of the humans in this like tribe that
Okay, I think I know what you're talking.
yeah, and she's being stalked by the Predator. It's not like the first one where like it's Schwarzenegger versus the Predator. This one's like you're the prey, you're trying to hide from the Predator. And it's a really good movie. If you haven't seen it, Cruiser, it's really damn good. Anyway, so there were such bits of the Killer for Killers that included an appearance that were left behind. Killer for Killers was the last Predator movie, if I'm not mistaken. Was it? The last Predator movie, was it a Killer? Was it a Killer or Killers?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't follow Predator that much.
Essentially, this movie is primarily focusing on the relationship between Ellie Fanning's android and Demetrius Schuster Kalamachali's Predator. However, Trentenberg says that the scene where we see the Predator and Ellie Fanning's character being strapped together was actually inspired by Chewbacca and C-3PO from Star Wars. So they're basically like stuck together there. As for Predator, Trentenberg says that everything is essential, trying to kill the Predator all the way through the movie. He's essentially the Dutch of this movie, and he's being hunted by everything he's hunting. There were practical effects on his face to make the mouth of the Predator more authentic, and a post-credit scene was added to Killer of Killers that's out right now. The panel ended with the first 15 minutes of Predator Homelands. Okay, time for me to be to try and resist being based, except I'm going to be based because this was awesome. Let's talk about the Hall H trailer that one day too, maybe, and that was the panel for Tron Ares. So let's begin here. They were promoting if you look in the photos here, they were promoting this movie. One of my favorite things was they had Red Riders driving all around San Diego in these cool ass bikes. You can actually see them in there. They look freaking awesome. They were just riding around in these bikes, just eyeballing people. Well,
And I am sad to report, Evan, but my friend Rode could not save a vinyl.
I understand. I had a feeling he wasn't going to be able to. But yeah, let me get into that. I called Cruiser on a couple days ago, and I said, you have to see this vinyl record that they're selling for Tron Ares at Comic-Con. And I got a picture of it right here. It's a die-cast shaped vinyl disc that's shaped like Ares's triangular disc in the back. I don't know what it's called yet, but yeah, it has the whole soundtrack in there. They also sold. Yeah, go on.
My friend Ro, who runs his own merchandise business, War Machine Merch, was selling them at San Diego Comic Con, and I asked him if he could hold two, and he said, "I'll see, but everything's going pretty fast." And like, I even offered to give him money for it, but
oh no, those were sold out. All 25,000,
yeah.
They would have sold. If I was going to Comic-Con, if I didn't get it like early in the morning, I probably wouldn't have been able to make it.
Maybe next year should be the year that we finally go.
But yeah, they were also giving out stuff such as whatever the hell this thing is. And they also got what I'm assuming is a patch, this little 9-inch nail patch. I think it looks pretty cool. But yeah, the what we got was amazing. Just the first here's what happened during the panel. Okay. So, oh yeah, also they're announcing that there will be Hot Topic merchandise starting September 19th. On the floor, a light cycle was Aries says light cycle was on display. Look at that beast. Look at that fucking beast. It's gotta be a Gen. If that's not a D Gen 2, I don't know what it is. It's not a Gen 1, that's for sure. Um, but yeah, they had that on display. Everybody was crowding. It was like one of the most populated photo op areas in Comic-Con from what I'm seeing. Then the Q&A happened in Hall H. The first thing we get is a show where the programs from the Dillinger Grid walk in with this from this laser curtain, and these two guys are patrolling the inner side of the like the hall. They're like marching down the hall in cadence to this Nine Inch Nails song. In the mean, all while all these like laser light shows are like these lasers are like blasting all over the place. Where the fuck is that? Yeah, you can kind of see him in this picture of the stage. You can see him in the middle. You see the screen in the middle. Like you can see him like way in the back. They're like walking down the middle. It's the
What
one.
am I looking for?
It's the photo with the lasers.
Yes.
Yeah, you see them in there in the middle of the screen.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I think I posted 2 videos of them. Disney actually posted the raws in there, which is pretty cool. After that, the entire cast came out. Evan Peters, Jared Leto, who was also one of the producers, and Jeff Bridges ended up showing up. 2 clips were shown of chases in the films in the real and digital world, including the chase between Eris, Athena, and Eve. In the next clip, we got a deeper look at the new world in the immersive digital world of the Dillinger Grid, created by Evan Peters' character, Julian Dillinger, racing against a 30-minute time to de-resolution. If you didn't see the trailer that recently came out, the Dillinger, Julian Dillinger said, if he gets destroyed, I can make another one. So he's like the only one that can be re-resed. So, Eris and Greta Lee's Eve are trying to escape the digital world with Athena's drones fast on their heels. The chase sequence that follows is one of the bigger ones in the movies, according to director Joachim Ronning. I apologize if I pronounced that name wrong. And it ends with Eris and Eve running for the transfer portal to send Eve back to the real world, with Ares having gone against his directive to delete her. That should be Derez, but whatever. I'm assuming she's probably mortal. I don't know who she is. Now, there was it was a Q&A, and one of the things that uh, we've been talking about the movie throughout the Tron ride, right? And one of the thing people keep bringing up, even on YouTube videos, is Jared Leto. So I think you guys can agree that Jared Leto's history of movies recently has not been good.
It has.
It has
I
not.
haven't checked.
Yeah, Morbius wasn't that good. What else was he in recently? Oh
I
yeah, he
know
was.
his iteration of the Joker wasn't good.
Oh no, it was not. Oh, I know in the Snyder cut, he at least he had a little redemption, but yeah. Um, so I'm assuming during the panel somebody asked him about him being in the movie after the slew of bad films, like he wanted him to address it, and I love how he responded. I really do love this response. At the end of the day, at the end of the day is that I am an official Tron super fan. If I wasn't on the stage, I would be in the audience for sure, watching this panel right now, cheering like all these crazy people out here. It was a 1982 video. It was 1982 games were exploding, and films were a huge part of my life when I was a kid. And this movie just grabbed a hold of me. It took me to a place I've never been to before. A lot of that had to do with the genius of this guy. Am I right? A lot of it had to do with with the genius. This guy over here is one of my heroes, Jeff Bridges. So, yeah, I'm assuming what he's saying is like good or bad. I'm just glad I made a Tron movie because he is a fan. He is a massive fan. Like he actually recently went on the Light Cycle run a couple of months ago and was psyched out. I wish I was there that day because I was working that day and I missed him. But yeah, he went there at night. He took the front row. He's like, dude, front row, boss. And I'm like looking at him. I'm like, Jared, the front row's not that good. Back or center, back or center. Cruiser can back me up on that one. Back or center row.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little fun fact here: the light rovers are actually faster because they're lighter. But yeah, the convention ended with a music video for the now released Nine Inch Nails song "As Alive as You Need to Be," which closed it out. I want to know, what did you think of that song, Cruiser?
I only listened to it once, but based on what I heard, it is good. It does. It starts off with what sounds like a rip from a Sega Genesis game.
I thought the same thing. And then it like
Yeah,
devolves
it's
into
kind of
like what?
into not a typical Nine Inch Nails song, but definitely something that's video game like.
Mhm.
It starts. I guess you could say it starts out like retro sounding video game,
Yeah.
then goes to modern sounding video game.
Oh yeah, I love that beat there. That the whole thing there was amazing. But like yeah, I like the slow like tempo. Reminds me of a Rez song. I think I've shown you Rez before, haven't I?
Mm. Yes.
Her music, how it's like more like cultish kind of deal, cult electronic, as I like to call it. Jablonski, what did you think of the song?
I liked it. It was pretty damn good.
Oh yeah, like I heard, and I'm like, a Tron song that has lyrics that's not Journey. Okay, I'm okay with this. Side note: after that meme that happened this week, I can never make fun of Coldplay again. Thank you very much.
The guy is actually the guy wants to see if he can sue Coldplay.
Oh yeah, the guy, the lead singer, is actually responded
Like,
to.
not gonna, dude.
It's like, dude, you're saying it's for defamation and him calling you out for the panel thing. I'm like, dude, you need to prove that you weren't having an affair. You're stuck, dude. Even the lead singer, apparently he was told that news and he laughed his ass off at it.
Too is that
Yeah.
yeah. I've been as you know I've been to tons of concerts and that the kiss cam as they call it that's very common in in concerts. Now, granted, you could say the odds are highly in your favor that it won't be you, the guy having the affair, but even some people win the lottery. Okay.
So anyways,
First of all, if that
so
was true, I would love to see how if that wife did pay Coldplay just to call them out. And first of all, I want to know how many people went to San Diego Comic-Con cosplaying those two because they were amazing.
well, we didn't have a cosplay as far as I've seen. However, it didn't go unnoted. It didn't go at Comic Con this year,
Oh yeah.
especially during the Family Guy panel.
Tell them about Cruiser about this. This is great.
Okay, so Family Guy had their panel, and it was they had the voice of what's his name?
That guy.
No, I can't remember the first son's name.
Oh, Chris? Seth Green?
Green?
Chris, yeah. Chris's voice actor.
Seth Green.
Yeah, Seth Green.
We love Seth
Yeah.
Green.
So he goes, yeah, he mentions it's like it wasn't they did a essentially a cutaway gag, which was at least it wasn't like how my mom got caught with Michael Bublé at a Coldplay concert. And then it cuts to the voice actress for Lois and a voice actor for their version of Michael Bublé doing the pose, cutting away, and then going into a song and going into.
This is amazing. My girlfriend hates this meme. She thinks it's annoying, but she fucking loves it. Hold on, we're fidgeting on Twitch. Hold on.
Like,
And a voice actor
like it is the
for,
million to one
for their
shot.
version of Michael Bublé.
Okay, so I just want to point out here that we're spazzing out on Twitch, but we can still be heard, so I'm just going to record it from this point. So don't worry, let's just roll with
Alright.
this. I'll do the edits later. So anyway, so yeah, that's what's going on there. Held a Fanatic for my Philadelphia Phillies actually did a parody of it. the Philadelphia Fanatics with his girlfriend there, and the kiss cam comes up, they're dancing, and then they see each other, and they like duck out of the way.
Yeah, and someone brought a cutout to Tomorrowland.
I like that one. The point is, that was the other death that happened this week. Let's go on the list. Ozzy Osbourne, Hulk Hogan, that guy who played Theo. Who else died this week? That one guy, the saxophone player, that one chef girl, and Andy Byron's love life.
Yep.
But enough about that. Let's move on to day 3. Surprisingly, day 3 did not have a lot.
And it was a Saturday.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised. Not a whole lot. I did see a couple of good things.
Not a whole lot, but there was a lot of good hits.
Oh yeah, I will say I did try and get something since we were talking about booths recently. I want to go into the Marvel booth. What they did was they recreated their booth to look like Times Square and Yancey Street. So I got some photos here if you want to see it on the day 3 section. I like these. These are pretty cool. That's one thing I really think big old conventions don't get a lot of credit for. The booths look amazing.
Yeah, a lot of these bigger conventions that are able to do this sort of stuff, they really knock it out of the park more often than not.
Like a lot of people, get down on the big cons because they're so corporate. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Okay, like Orlando MegaCon got fucking Mel Gibson and Danny Glover. You had a Lethal Weapon reunion. Like what'd you think was going to happen?
Oh, I like this one. How it has that.
Exactly.
I like this one of the Westview appliances. How if you look in the inside, you can actually see a trailer for that video game you were talking about earlier.
I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's the one that says Westview appliances television.
No, but I was talking about a video game.
No, we were
No,
right before we got here. We were talking about this Marvel video game, this beat 'em up game that was announced. So moving on there. There's also this one here of this nicely painted wall here. I don't know what this is, but I like the store next to it.
The Fantastic Four Tower.
Oh, that is the Fantastic Four Tower. Yeah, I didn't even notice.
This looks like the set to the Spider-Man ride.
Kind of does. Well, it is supposed to be Times Square, so yeah. And look, you can even buy something at Stanley's Service Center. Apparently you could go in there, you could get your own like custom items such as tote bags and t-shirts that you can custom make there, and they'll make them for you, kind of like what they did with the King of the Hill thing.
Yeah.
I like that kind of stuff there. Con's giving more customization options. Moving on, let's talk about the 3 Hall H panels that I wanted to bring up here. The first one was the highly anticipated. We talked about this on Anthem. We're excited for this. I think I speak for all of us. Coyote versus Acme.
What saved it, to be honest with you?
Huh?
I'm wondering what saved that movie, to be honest with you, because it was a poll that was not going to come out, and somehow.
Oh, correct.
Ketchup Entertainment.
Correction. It wasn't canceled. It was shelved.
Okay, but what got it off the shelf?
I don't know. Maybe I think it was
Ketchup Entertainment's run of The Day the Earth Blew Up.
Yeah.
See that?
So here's what's going on. First of all, Wile E. Coyote did appear on stage. He was asked 3 questions, and I don't know what they were, but like, do you think you have a case against this?
Either yes or no questions, or he had like the answers like written on a sign.
Yeah, he's like, I only have 2 answers on a sign.
It was yes, no, and I only have a certain amount of signs. I only have so many signs.
I'm fully convinced that wasn't planned. I think they just found a random Coyote cosplayer in Comic-Con. They just brought him in and said, okay, just work with us on this.
Now, also funny, what I loved about this one is that they actually had a gag throughout the entire panel.
They did? What was it? What did they do?
The Acme lawyers trying to do a cease and desist. And apparently how it ended was that the panel got chased off by Acme.
Are you serious?
Went off the stage by Acme. Yeah, they got chased off the stage by Acme. One of them comes back on the stage and goes, "Roll the trailer!" Runs right off of me after being chased.
Nice. We did get.
So there is a teaser trailer.
Yeah, and we did get a poster. We're gonna go through each one. Here's the poster. I think it's freaking hilarious, by the way. Look at this. It's just
Yeah, looks right.
it's just Roadrunner. It's just Roadrunner. Freaking Coyote's. He's goddamn. printed in
It is a company called Acme.
I'm like, when I was a little kid, in Philadelphia, right? We had a grocery store called Acme, and I'm like, so why is can you buy all this stuff at the grocery store? I'm not getting it. As a kid, I'm like, yeah, I was a dumb kid. But yeah, we
Well,
got
if you can't buy
Yeah,
clothes at the
Acme Market. That's what
superstore,
it's called.
so we got some other image here, like we got a Foghorn Leghorn who's in here.
yeah, and so the premise of this, and this is what I kind of like about this one too,
Mhm.
is that it's Coyote suing Acme
Yeah,
for their products being faulty. Now, what I love the little Easter eggs they put in
yeah.
for to reference Looney Tunes in general. One of them being the lawyers that Coyote gets.
Oh yeah, I got that down here. Let me see if I got the thing here. Um, oh my God. The one representing our Tony is a guy named oh, that's a funny name, Kevin Avery.
Yep, it was like Avery Jones and like one other one
Um,
in reference to the creators of Looney
oh
Tunes.
yeah. Will Forte, who you may know as Abraham Lincoln in Clone High, as well as the Lego Movie. Apparently, this guy played Abraham Lincoln a couple times. Will be Kevin Avery representing Coyote. John Cena as Buddy Crane, who's representing Acme. And the court case.
And according to Black Nerd, he's supposed to play like this Southern boy, smooth talking lawyer.
Of course he is.
And of course he's buddies with Foghorn fucking Leghorn.
Is that him? Wait, is that him in the background? That one image? Look at this thing.
Yeah, the
Where's
one
it?
image of him with golfing.
Yeah, is that him in the background?
Yeah,
That's him?
yeah,
Oh my God,
yeah.
that
It's
is
John
John
Cena.
Cena. Look at this image cruiser of Foghorn Leghorn. Dude in the cowboy hat in the back. That is John Cena.
Yes, it is.
The animation in this, from what I've seen with that trailer, looks so damn good.
Did you see it? I don't know if
It's on par with
Looney Tunes
Who
back.
Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, right there with Looney Tunes back in action, which was it's a pretty
Yep.
good thing there. We see Coyote in a car. We see Coyote on top of a car.
Yep.
Really starting to feel
Truck.
I'm really starting to feel bad for the Coyote. I want to know what the hell's going there. And
That's like the whole point.
and honestly, Bugs Bunny will be making an appearance. What is he gonna do? I don't know. The possibilities are endless.
And I like how the trailer, and I actually want to actually see something real quick. Because because the trailer looked so damn familiar to a different different it looks like it was like thank you for smoking or something like that.
Mhm.
Like, this is the movie that they don't want you to see.
Exactly. I like that idea. I mean, you look at Cruiser right here. I know Cruiser is probably for Team Acme.
How did you come to that conclusion?
I don't know. I just do. I just like calling you out for shit. Come on, Cruiser. Are you Team Acme or Team Coyote?
Seeing all those faulty products.
Well, here's the thing. The argument is he bought them. He just didn't use them right.
They may have a point.
Come on, Cruiser. You're the guy who makes the arguments on everything. You can think of something to defend Acme. I know you can.
Probably. I'm just multitasking.
It's like you bought it. You've spent your money. It's like that's how tricking somebody works. It's not my fault that thing didn't think there. Does this thing say catching a fucking Roadrunner? By the way, fun fact, I learned the meat from Roadrunner is actually based on one of the animator's cars.
Because well, I don't remember every single Roadrunner Coyote short ever made. I do remember there was one where he bought this green flight suit.
Oh my God.
And like he was flying through the air, showing off, like winking to the camera, and then he runs right into a boulder. Okay, that's clearly on him, not Acme. So there may be some truth here.
I'm assuming the plot maybe involving one thing he got, something that broke the last straw. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing here. I don't know why. Okay, I don't know why. You guys know I'm not big into Star Trek, right? I respect it. I know it's a big influence on nerd culture, but I'm not a big fan. I don't know much of the premise there. But for some fucking reason, this trailer dropped. And I don't know what part of me wanted me put my mind into this. You can hear me still, right, Jablonski? Jablonski?
I'll be right back.
Okay. I can wait. I've been holding out, buddy. Since the news of the prince dying.
Been listening to Ozzy on repeat.
Yeah, me too. I've looked through several short videos. I've heard "Mama, I'm coming home" more times than I can count. That's why hell I even used it. Anyway, I'll get to that later. I'll talk to you about that later about why I didn't want to bring it up too much. But like I'm not a Star Trek fan, but there was a bunch of Star Trek stuff that was released. Strange New Worlds, which revealed the showing of Kirk's first day on the job as captain. I just want to know what the hell happened there. But then a trailer was released for this series coming up called Starfleet Academy. And I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. Despite me not being a Star Trek fan, I kind of want to see it. I don't know what it was that grabbed my attention. Like maybe it was the sci-fi look or like like the cinematography. I'm like, I think I want to see this. The show follows up on the first new class of Starfleet cadets over a century as they come up to age and train to be officers. It's a simple premise. It's just showing them getting into their new ranks. Essentially, right? Just like basically that.
Mhm.
And I don't know why. It was just like right there. I just thought I need to check this out. It's coming out in 2020, early 2026, so I might actually be following that. I don't know why. Maybe I just want to find something different in nerd culture. Anyway, also I want to put out here, Raminj, who plays Mystique from the X-Men movies, did give us one Marvel tidbit. She did say that she doesn't know if all of her scenes in Avenger Doomsday have been filmed and completed yet.
Yeah.
Moving on, here's one for you, Jablonski. A series I really want to see when I get the chance next year. Peacemaker panel for season 2. So, if you look in the ants chat here, I have a photo of it. John Cena walks on stage in the costume. He then sits down and chugs an entire thing of water from top to bottom.
Yeah, I believe it.
They said it, not me.
What's funny too is that during that panel, it was revealed that James Gunn hates the "you can't see me" jokes. John Cena fucking loves them.
Well, yeah, they're his thing. Of course he does.
So, yeah, Gunn also revealed that this show actually happens a month after Superman. He went on to say, "There's a lot of characters who return in this season of Peacemaker. In the very first episode, we have Guy Gardner, but there's a lot more as we go down the line. But it's definitely a part of the DCU now." Well, he's starting to he's at least starting to chip his way up there with the DCU right now. I guess there might be some hope for it. I do like the humor, and hey, I like James Gunn. Why not? What did you think of the trailer, Jablonski? I know you're a fan of the series.
It's a fun series. I absolutely love the shit out of it.
Cool. What did you think of the trailer?
Hype, 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 hype.
You either said pie or hype. I can't really tell.
Hype.
I like pie too.
Hype.
So yeah, it was really cool. I like how he showed up in costume. The last time I saw someone do that was either somebody dressed as a celebrity disguised as a character, or like that one time. Remember that one year where where The Rock showed up in that Black Adam outfit, and they had that cool presentation with the lightning.
Oh yeah, the guy that wanted to make the DCEU all about him before Gunn came on.
Look, I can't deny that was a cool Comic-Con panel where he came in with that entrance.
It was.
Yeah, I love it.
But still, fuck The Rock.
No one remembers that movie.
What movie?
Black Adam.
Oh,
Ah, I
that's
see what
right.
you're saying. Hey,
I was wondering when he was going to catch on.
I know, right?
Evan, he's
Like,
slow as a
dude,
rock.
you missed the joke on that one?
All right. Now, day 4, like I said, I was going to kind of go as we go along. I didn't really have time to look at it. We did the same thing last year. So Jablonski said he had some announcements. So I have no.
Okay, so yeah.
What do you
So
got for
give
me,
me a
Grandpa?
sec. So let's see. Scroll past that because there was a couple things. So we got a new trailer for the TV series.
Oh, yeah, I
Welcome to
saw that.
Derry.
Welcome to Derry.
It'll be
I
on
really
Max, right?
Yeah.
Probably yes.
HBO Max.
Yeah, that's right. They changed it back.
I call this a pseudo news because it did come out during Comic-Con, but not at Comic-Con.
Yeah, sure.
Eddie Murphy confirms that a donkey movie is in the works.
Oh, he went from an ass to a jackass to an asshole.
It's supposed to follow
who the character or Eddie
Donkey
Murphy?
Dragon, and it's supposed to follow Donkey Dragon and their little family of donkeys, I guess.
I don't want to know how they
Donkeys?
fucked. I don't want to see or know how they fucked.
There's a new clip that was released during Comic-Con of Peter Dinklage and Toxic Avenger.
Oh yeah. I gotta see that still. Let me see. I'm gonna give a
I
quick.
posted it in the chat.
Okay, I'm gonna do a quick live reaction. If it's still there, that is.
And while that's going on, we got details on the new Amazon.
The God of War series. Right. What do you got?
Yep, from Amazon.
What do you got?
It's going to adapt to the Norse era games.
Nice.
It's going to focus on Kratos and Atreyu.
Cool.
The show's tone will emulate the tone of the game. The game director Corey Barlog. 2 seasons have been greenlit.
Nice.
Season 1 is 10 episodes. Scripts are still being written, and filming will begin in 2026 at the earliest.
Cool. So that's Peter Dinklage as the new Toxic Avenger.
Yep.
Cruiser.
Why a midget?
Cruiser, shut up. He's Peter Dinklage.
Why a midget?
He's Peter Dinklage. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and he costed a bunch of dwarves work. I don't care. Like what's the gap here?
may I remind you of Avengers Infinity War?
Don't give a shit.
I'm gonna call you both of you that, my fucking dinglings. They throw him in the chemicals. Is this where he becomes the Avenger? Cruiser, this looks like your movie. It's funny because Cruiser danced with this guy without a shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, these effects look stupid.
But at the same time, it fits so well.
The Toxic Avenger is a midget. You know, because actually, in all honesty, I was actually confused about why they went with that. Then I saw the trailer. I'm like, okay, I want to see where this goes. I have to see this. The little Toxic Avenger just running all over the place.
You know, our friend Spencer's in that movie too.
Oh, he is? Who's he playing?
Yeah. I don't know. I thought he would be the Toxic Avenger, but no, they got the midget.
It's hard because Peter Dinklage is a fucking badass, so I can't really fall on that one.
Not
Anybody
really,
who drop kicks Will Ferrell is a hero in my book. When he was in
because it was in the script.
What sucks is that apparently during I think it was during a Toxic Avenger panel that
what happened?
someone came up dressed as Buddy the Elf,
Oh.
but did not ask if Peter Dinklage was an angry elf. Granted, his
Why?
reasoning is sensible. He wanted to try to be respectful. But I'm
Why?
like, dude, you missed the perfect opportunity to do it.
Oh my god, that would have been great.
I know,
Anyway,
but at the same time, Peter Dinklage sounds like he kind of has a stick up his ass, so he probably wouldn't like the joke.
that being said, we now move on to the last thing that was there. I don't really have much info on this, but the most anticipated panel of this convention was one that featured George Lucas in his San Diego Comic-Con debut that was moderated by Queen Latifah, and also featured Guillermo del Toro and Doug Chiang. So they sat there, they discussed the power of they said the three will discuss the power of illustrated storytelling for Comic-Con's official website, while Lucas will unveil a sneak peek at the Lucas Museum of Narrative Art before its expected opening in 2026. So Lucas is opening an art museum of his work. I'm assuming that's what's going on. And I think that seems about right. I'd like to see him there. He did say one quote. There was a lot of things in there, like the guy that was sitting there dressed as a lightsaber. Yes, he was dressed as a lightsaber.
Just making sure I heard you right. Just making sure I heard you right.
It's like one of those giant, like, foam ass lightsabers, though. He's just sitting in the chair in mine. I have to show you a picture of it at the end. Wait, I think I do have a picture of it. Hold on. There's gotta be I gotta have a photo of it somewhere. Hold on. I think I downloaded it. Jablonski, you've seen it, right?
Seen the
The dude dressed like a lightsaber. Oh yeah, here it is. I have it. Hold on.
yeah, I saw.
Cruiser, this is great. This is great. Hold on. I'm putting in the
Where?
ants. I'm putting in the ants chat
Okay.
right now.
Okay, let's take a look at this thing.
This is great. It's the most magical cosplay I've ever seen in my life. And yes, everybody, I will be sharing
He
it.
looks like a
He
cigarette.
does look like a giant cigarette.
He can't. No, the only thing that would make him better is if he was British. That way he can say he came to Comic Con as a fag.
Okay, let's not.
Oh, come on.
Not
Someone
on my
have to stick
stream,
up
dude.
your-
Not on my stream. Come on.
Yes, I will on your stream.
No, you will not on my stream.
Yes, I
Anyway,
will on your stream. I will come all over your stream.
Giggity.
at least bring a rag.
No promises.
Anyway, what the fuck? I sent it to you and it didn't go through. Yeah. Hold on, I can just download it from here. Thank God I know how to do separate screens now. Save image, whatever. Just show me where I can find it. I need to show people this guy dressed like a lightsaber. The highlight of the Lucas panel. There's this, so he was just sitting in the audience. There were people with lightsabers everywhere, and this dude was just sitting there, dressed like a giant lightsaber. So I don't really know much about what they discussed, but I have a quote that was by Lucas, and it said, to which he
Say it
said,
as George Lucas.
"Did I say that? Sorry."
Do it. Say it as George
Okay.
Lucas.
Dear God, this is gonna be hard to. I can't say with this lightsaber in the way. Okay. Art is more about a connection, an emotional connection with the work, not how much it costs or what celebrity did it. I don't think it's anything anyone will tell you. If you have an emotional connection, it's art. If you don't, just move on to the next painting. George Lucas 2025. This image right here is my favorite shot of him during the entire panel.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I don't know if I like this pot. My museum's gonna have a special edition one day. I'm gonna add TIE fighters.
Dude, send that to us. Send
I'm
that in the chat.
I'm
I
gonna
want to save that as a reaction picture.
I'm gonna put TIE fighters all over the chat, and they'll be like whenever when it goes on the newsroom, the moment the news reporter comes on the street, a beast will walk up in front of her, just revealing more of the world. Except you can only see the beast's ass. We're then gonna take the museum and shove it up my ass. And why do I have to keep making fun of George Lucas's voice by just saying he likes to shove shit up his ass? Come on. Oh my God,
Because
Georgie boy.
of the jungle, watch out for that tree.
Anyway, so yeah, it was good. Actually, I was in my break room, and one of my friends said he had a friend that was there right now. He's actually going to be he actually interviewed him after the panel. George the Legend Lucas. Okay, so that was San Diego Comic-Con 2025. What is the verdict for this year?
Go over
Solid.
the Airbuds movie poster.
Yeah, we did.
Cruiser, look, I'm
Oh.
just going to be up front here. I told this story early on the stream, but we were in the break room watching. We sometimes like throw on movies from like Disney Plus or like HBO Max, right? And one of the things we put on was Super Puppies. And I don't know what was going on in it, but in the middle of it, I shout in the middle of the break room, "Remember when this franchise was about a dog that could play sports?" Look, I don't care what this thing is unless they can find some way to get to retcon Santa Paws, the Super Puppies, and Pup Star. Apparently, I'll go with this. Verdicts. All right, Jablonski, what do you think of this so far?
It was solid. It was a solid Comic Con.
I'm surprised you didn't ask me my thoughts on FNAF 2.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I was gonna ask your thoughts on FNAF. Yeah, go ahead. Tell me what your thoughts on the FNAF 2 trailer was.
Okay, this one definitely seems to up the ante. Uh, I'm going to assume that you guys saw the trailer.
Oh yeah, I saw it with my girlfriend. Yeah.
I do like what they did with the little green voice box thing. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, Mr.
I do like
Slug.
the fact that there's a reference to the headpiece that the security guard's supposed to wear.
Well, that's the
And the
thing.
guy
Like, if
says
you look
there's-
at the office he's sitting in, it's the same setup as the game.
The only thing that concerns me is the same concern I had with the first movie, and that is things didn't really pick up until like the last 10 minutes. Now, part of me still likes the first movie, don't get me wrong. Because, it felt like an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark, which is what it should be. However, that is a legit concern. The fact that things didn't really get intense until like the last 10 minutes. So I'm hoping with this one, they've learned their lesson. Like, okay, by the time we get to like maybe the halfway point, we need to pick up the pace here. But this looks promising.
Like, my only concern about was how they're gonna add all these animatronics in one go. But whatever. I know you didn't say for all of it, Cruiser, but what did you think of this Comic-Con sounded this year?
I'm not sure, just because I don't remember what it was like last year.
Last year our verdict was, I actually wrote this down. Last year our verdict was it was okay, but that finale explosion with Marvel's panel with Robert Downey Jr. and everything was the like the cherry on top.
This one, I will say, did seem a bit better because there was actually stuff that I was interested in. It wasn't just a bunch of Disney and Marvel stuff. Which, no offense to you guys out there who like it, but the superhero market for me just got way too oversaturated. I have not been impressed with Disney as of late, but things can turn around. We'll see. I mean, you have my attention with 9 Inch Nails. Let's see where you guys go. So so I'll put it to you like this. I would say I would probably have a better time at this SDCC than last year's.
Okay. So Blonsky, you give me yours. Let me say mine. Now, compared to last year's, I would say that I'd say this one wasn't as good as last year's. Don't get me wrong, we got some good announcements. We got some standard announcements for some standard stuff, some small panels, some good booths, and some good projects coming up here, such as, Wile E. Coyote versus Acme, Tron Ares, Peacemaker. I liked what I saw. And while I know some new things were announced, we only all we got made namely were just major updates on progress. It was kind of the same problem I had with D23 2023, where it was just updates saying like, yeah, we're doing this. But I feel like SDC needs to spice some things up here.
In what way?
So here's the thing, like D23 2024, which was Disney's convention, I watched with Jablonski. It went over the top. They did all kinds of stuff. Like when they introduced 9 Inch Nails, they had a whole like grid of lasers all over the place covering the entire theater. They had like a whole stage that could open up, revealing a light cycle. They had more effects. They had more presentation stuff. And
Okay, but keep in mind because there's a big difference though between seeing it and experiencing it.
well, yes, that's what
The
I
only
want.
thing I'm going off here is just the announcements.
Well, yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Like the panel for Tron Ares was kind of an example of what I want to see. Like I said, DC did something with Black Adam last year where they had the Rock like ascend into the uh into the panel room with him like in front of a screen that showed like 5K lightning from his hands. I want to see like some cool stuff like and they did demonstrate they can do that. I mean, like you said with the Coyote versus Acme thing there, they showed that you can do that. They showed that. I just want to see something to spice it up. And I know you can't do it because like it's a whole like unlike D23, that was a whole corporation and a whole building, but clearly they can demonstrate they can do their own things. I just want to see something that's new, something that they haven't done before in that, especially for Hall H. But like I said, it wasn't a bad one. It was passable. It wasn't as bad as like 2019. I forgot which one it was, but I just need to see something new with panels, and I think they're probably going to be working that way. One thing for sure is they're gonna, but also there was another thing based on what I was looking at with the floor. I was looking at videos of the floor, and I was saying to myself, so if it's starting to have the same thing MegaCon is having as well as some other conventions. It's fun, but there's just too much of the same. I need something
Not to
different.
describe what you mean by the same.
Like the best way to describe it, like when you go to MegaCon, I'm like, oh, that booth's back. That booth's back. The Tower of T-shirts, original, new stuff, old stuff. It's like not that much new. I kind of want some new stuff in there. I know that I can't be specific on what I'm trying to say. I kind of need to see it to see what they're thinking. But we'll have to see what
What you
happens
mean?
because they only have 2 years left until we see what will happen to the biggest nerd convention on the planet.
What do you mean?
Yes, we covered this on Ants, and this actually kind of got a lot of us nervous. A lot of people are nervous about it. San Diego Comic-Con renewed their contract to 2027, and we don't know what its fate is going to be. Because the reason why, if they were to move, unless the hotels around the area start to get their act together with jacking up with their price jacking, and yeah, I know it's a convention, hotels are going to jack up prices, whatever, but they're doing it like astronomically, so less people will be able to stay there or like spend money at the con. And yeah, there is talks if they do leave, they'll move it to Vegas, which I am highly against. Because let's just face it.
Why?
Okay, look, let's just be real here. Barely any good nerd conventions that are in Vegas work.
About
That
that.
just means I have a chance.
Shut up, Jablonski. Anyway, but like even
I could drive to that.
that and like I don't like the location. Vegas is a dangerous area, like a very dangerous area. Not to mention it's also in the
Oh, I
middle.
went there. It
Not
was fine.
What year did you go? Yes, this does matter.
talking like the Strip or something else?
I need to be more specific about Vegas.
Vegas, just the Strip.
I don't care, just whatever.
It's an 18-hour drive.
18 hours, that's not too bad.
That's not
That's
too
the other
bad.
thing. Vegas is located in the middle of scenic nowhere.
Yeah, it's a desert. No sh-
Anyway, yeah, I will say up front, San Diego Comic-Con did do something new with the cruise, which apparently was a big success. I'm actually kind of surprised and actually kind of happy it was. Still, we have to see what happens after 2027. So yes, I'd say if I were to give this thing a grade, I'd say I give San Diego Comic-Con 2025. I'd give it C+. Cruiser, what grade would you give San Diego Comic-Con this year?
I already gave it to you.
And no, you didn't give me a grade.
That is my grading. I would have. It seems like I would have liked this. If I were there, I would have liked this one better than last year's.
So would you say
But
like,
if you want like an actual letter grade,
yeah, like
I'm gonna say B.
okay. Jablonski, you.
I'd give it probably around maybe a C plus or a B minus.
Yeah. We'll see what
I didn't hate it. I liked it, but at the same time, there wasn't really too much to get like super hyped over. Like lose my mind hype
That's a good way to
outside
put
of
it.
like maybe a couple niche things.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was a solid convention. I probably would have liked so I probably would have liked the experiences more than any kind of the panels outside of maybe a couple of them.
That seems like a good observation. Anyway, that was our special account at San Diego Comic-Con. Holy shit, guys, I just realized something. I just realized something right here and
What?
now. Hold on.
Final five.
No, no, that was the final five. But I will say one thing. Hold on, we're having a bit of a issue with one of my standby. Hold on. Okay, there it is. I just realized something, everybody. We just did a special where nothing bad happened.
And then you jinx it, didn't you?
I don't know. But yeah, we'll see you next year. So Tron Ares was the winner of this year's Comic-Con. We can all be on that. Can we all just be on that centered agreement?
Nope.
Shut up, Cruiser.
It's the end of the show, so don't blow it. It's the end of the show, so don't blow it. It's the end of the show, so don't blow it. End it right.
My life is a bacon-wrapped hell on earth.